Hi everybody, it's Julie, and I'm back with the final of the Spring Blossom Junk Journal, start to done. And unfortunately, we just lost adding all the last embellishments. So I will go over that. Right now I'm working on the cover and I'm making it kind of 3D. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did it. Let me go ahead and just grab some of the items from the next kit so that I can do this with you. Okay, so this is, I'm going to need to show you that. I think everything else is going to be pretty self-explanatory, or it's something we've done before in this series. So if you're following along, I am really sorry. Yep, so I did add the put the hole in, added the eyelet, added the tassel to the spine. I have the book open so that I can work on the cover. We have the last piece of the blue hydrangea. I glued it on. It's just above the pink rose here, and I have I used hot glue, put it on, and then pressed down, and the outside of the flower came up. Then I put down the daffodil. I cut this piece off, put down the daffodil, and then pressed it in, and it popped up as well. So we have taken the 3 roses that were left. So these are the little tiny spiral roses. And I have added one here on top. There's a pink, like a carnation or a rose right here. And I've put it right on top of that. And the same right here. It's, oh, I guess it's a hollyhock. So there's a hollyhock here. And I've put this one right on top of it, kind of at the edge of the basket. Then the third one I put just below this one. Okay. Then I added these white flowers. So they are your little white flowers, 5 petals. There was 4 of them. So if you have 3 left, then we put 1 here. Oh, and they've got the flower is attached with hot glue, and now we're putting the beads in, and they've got a puddle. So they've got a puddle of the Tombow Aqua glue to just keep them there in the center. I'll put a little more on that one. Okay, and then I put the pink bead in the 3 of those. So then there's these little white pieces coming out of the white flowers. And what I did was I took the daisy. Remember, we've already cut it because we used one side in our mini junk journal. And then we had this left over, and it has 10 of the little daisies. So we just cut it in half. And now we have 5. So I took it and at 3 and 2, I separated it. So I held the third one. Did I? Yeah, making sure I turned it on. So I held the third one and I pulled these 2 down. Okay. And then I went and grabbed a little tiny dot of hot glue on the bottom part of the stem. Okay, just like that. Then I pressed it together. And then I put a little more hot glue and I put it underneath this white flower. I did the same thing with this one, and I put it underneath this white flower. The idea being that they would look like they were, you know, like if we had more, if you haven't put them on the little junk journal, you could even do like this with your other 2. okay? And something like that. Kind of bend it a little though. But yeah, so if you've already done and you're following along video to video, then you've already used half of this. So go ahead and you do that. Okay, so we have used all of our flowers. We had the little blue that had 7 petals, and what I did is I've cut all the petals in pieces, and that's where we are now. And we are going to just go ahead, and I've cut the petal like this. I'm going to go ahead and at the end of the petal I'm going to put some hot glue. And I'll tell you, I started out using the hot glue primarily because if I didn't like it, I wanted to be able to take it apart. And so there, I'm going to put one under there. Oh yeah, you'll notice that this is no longer here. And remember, I put it on here with the ATG totally in case I didn't like it. And I don't know yet if I'm going to add it back or not. Thought about putting it at the bottom of the spine or even on the back of the book. So, but we'll see. Right now we're adding these blue petals. So we'll have 7 of them, maybe 8, because one of them was really big and we might be able to use the piece and the piece that I cut off of it. Okay, so I think we'll go underneath here. So what we're doing here is just trying to get a 3-dimensional look of this basket. And of course, if you don't like this or you're afraid of it, you don't have to do it. You can go ahead and leave the cover, because the cover was actually really pretty just like it was. Okay, so I'm taking this one and sticking it underneath that rose. So are you still enjoying this? We're almost done. This book is so thick. I can't even believe how thick this book has ended up being. You know, I keep telling you that it has way more than what I would normally put in a book myself. But I wanted to make sure that you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It probably stuck to my sleeve and has disappeared. Long gone. Well, here's a little piece. Yeah, so at any time you can stop putting things in the book that and use, you know, of course, use your kit in some other way. But that was the purpose of this particular series, was to teach you as many things, follow along, and learn and actually do as you could. And hopefully we have gotten to do that. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at it to see. Okay, so now let me show you some of the things on the inside that we did that unfortunately you missed out on because apparently I wasn't filming. Okay, so we took the little glue, the little bag, little bag. Okay, so you remember, you'll notice that the beads, or the little bead things, are all attached here. Oh, that one's got a really long string. That must have been when I realized that that we weren't filming. Okay, so here I've taken the little bag that your beads came in the kit, and so all the beads and some of the bling and things came in this little bag, and I took the tag that we made. Well, I've attached, okay, so the bottom of the bag looks like a grocery bag, and I put ATG and folded it up so that it would be flat, and then I put the ATG all around it so that it would be flat and stick to the page, and then we can put our tag in it. Okay? Okay, so the next thing we did was, and we had this pocket here, and well, we went ahead and attached the sequins to the binding, and then also I took, I took the eyelets, and I used my crocodile. I set the eyelet on the crocodile and pinched it and made a little bead out of the eyelet. Okay, so and we were able to attach those as well. And the little heart and the little flower hang off the edge. Okay, so then I also took, there was an envelope we had still, and we still had this blue paper. I just folded it in half and put it in the envelope, and so we have a place to write there. I had this left over from another thing that we made, and I liked that it matched those flowers, so I brought it and put it here. Here is the oval tag, and I took the little tassel that we made with the crochet thread, and I put the top piece through the hole. Then I pulled the tassel, I put the loop up, pulled the tassel through, and pulled it. Okay, so then I have this little tassel on the little oval. Okay, so let's see. I worked on the wallet. Remember this little thing? I added yellow tag that we had in here. I added a basket postcard. We still had this piece, and I took one of the scraps and glued it on as well. A little bit of yellow washi tape and the pink. On the front, I added one of the pearl flowers, the button that I made, and the last pink bling. Then on this one, I went ahead and underneath the flip, I added this pink here to kind of bring that all together. I added some of the yellow and then some of the blue hanky here. So this goes in, the flip hangs out, and it goes, oh, it flips out like this. Sure it does. I can't get it there. Okay, and then it just goes down inside. This is the photo album piece. There we go. And then the flip is on the outside. There you go. And then we have the wallet, and it goes on this front one, facing up. Okay. Cheat sheet. Okay. Okay, we cut a 3x5 basket tag and put it in here. And we tied the bottom with yellow ribbon and added one of the bead dangles down here. Okay. In the center of the other signature, we took the other half of the blue flower and put it through the hole in the doily, and it's here. Okay. Okay, then we had a postcard that had these Johnny jump ups on it, and I fussy cut it out and added it to the book pocket that we had left. And then this is the last of the plain pages from the front of my book, and I just cut it and folded it in half and put it in here, giving us a place to journal. And then it just goes in this pocket right here. I had taken the big flower off of the front of the book, and I put it here with hot glue. So it's here in the back. Okay, then from that Johnny jump up, from this same postcard, there was a border, and I just added it onto this page, which is the second to last page. So I just added, I fussy ripped it and added it there. Okay, so that's everything on that little page. And now this is like curling. Stay. Okay, we'll put you over here. Okay, so back here I had another yellow, one of these yellow tags, and I put it right here. So there's a little tiny border right in here, barely just big enough for that yellow tag. So we put that there. I went and I attached the love wire to this tag that's on the ledger paper. Okay, I put the yellow ribbon on the dress. I added the paper clip here, not this, the paper clip with the flower, and it's holding down the green paper. And it's underneath, you don't see the clip, it's underneath the two things there. Okay, we added sequins to the centers of the signatures, and I added the blue tassel to this one. I didn't get this one done because I was having trouble getting my needle threaded, and and I was worried that my video was too long. It ended up not being a video at all. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I've threaded the needle. I like to use the needle for this because it saves so much time for me. Okay, so then go ahead and do that. And then we're just going to tie it in here. Double tie. You tie it in a knot. And if you want, you can tie it in a bow if you have enough left. I obviously don't have enough left. Okay, and then you can add, if you wanted to, you could add some of those eyelets like we did that are going to be hanging down, here from the back. Okay, so now we go to the paper, to the clips and the beads. So let's see, we have, here we have it. The big daisy. Okay, so we had the big daisy was still left, and I took it and I attached it, just put the paper clip through the daisy and added it and then put a bead dangle on top of it that has the little daisy. And then I attached it to this daisy packaging, pushed it in, make sure try and have the bead on top of the daisy, and that'll help keep the yellow paper in it. Okay, so next I took the two really pretty bead dangles. So here's this one here, and I added it to lace. I went ahead with the needle, went through the book paper, the paper, and the lace with some of the crochet string. I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter. Oh no, I'll leave it. Okay. So, and then tied it in a bow and double knotted it. Okay, come down to this piece of lace. And on this one, I added the one with the yellow bead. And again, I went through the lace, through a couple of papers, and then I tied it on. This one I did not tie in a bow. I might go back and redo it and tie it in a bow. I might not. But I should have. I should have put it in a bow. Okay. Other places there are bead dangles. So the next one was, this was the regular bead dangle, and I attached it here to this scallop. I did this one because these ones didn't weigh very much. Both of these are heavy. This one's really heavy. That yellow bead is really heavy. And so we've attached that there. I attached another one to this flat paper clip. Okay, so it's attached to this flat paper clip here. And then I took the bead that we attached to the paper clip and attached the daisy, and I have attached it here on the blue hanky that is the Do All Things border page. It's right before the smile page. And I did that because when I'd open or go to the next page, this opened every time. So I was like, well, double duty. It will get my little daisy where I can see it, because daisies are my favorite flower and I want to see them. Okay, so the other thing I did is I made this clothespin using one of the pearl flowers and the green bling that are left, and I just set it there. I think I might want it up here on the top. So I'm going to put it on this. Okay, so I moved it. Oh, you know what? You'll never see it there. We'll put it back here. Ha! We're going to put it on the top of that. No, we'll put it back here on the blue, this blue page. Okay. So it's on the blue page back there. And let's see. Okay, and I showed you that I went ahead and added the eyelet and the tassel, and I put the bulb clip up and attached it in. And so it is attached here. So we still have, the bling came off. I should have used E6000 there. Go back and do that. Or even better, we could just use that thread and tie it in. It might be kind of cool to tie it in. So go ahead and, well, the beads staying attached. That's good. It's just not staying attached there. Of course, we could come back. We've got this paper ribbon that we made. that needs a place. You know what? I like it right there. I'm going to put it right there. So this is off the cover. And if it goes like that, you can have more. When I've been playing with this, I had a paper ribbon here on this front page a few times, and it didn't get to stay. And I like this, we'll be able to still see the daisy, because, you know, daisies are my favorite flower. Uh-oh. Look what we did. Bead down. Bead down. You gotta give, I'm sorry, you gotta give this time to set. Okay, so we do have, well, we have a bunch of scraps left over, but nothing really big, except we still have the crepe paper, those stickers, these stickers. We have this little piece of tulle. We have one pearl flower. We have that piece of ribbon, the green leaf. Oh, this other piece of tulle. This piece of lace. Oh, this piece of lace, it fell out the top. These two pieces of hanky and our tie. So that is all that we have left, and I will see if I can come up with a way to use those. The next thing I have to do is put together the language of flowers that goes with this kit, and that is the words, so that we'll be able to put words through this book, and basically this book will be done. So I hope you have enjoyed this series. I hope you'll come back for that one last what did we do with what was left video, and then the reveal, the flip through of the entire book. And I hope you have enjoyed this, all of this. I would love to know what your favorite item was in this video, or in this series. What was your did you make a book? Are you making a book? Will you use these videos in the future to be able to make a book? And so just so you know, we made the big book and the little book. These two little pieces are not quite dry, and they still they'll go in here as well. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you give it a thumbs up. Yeah, thank you so much for sticking with me. And again, come back one more time where we find a place for this stuff. Find something to celebrate every day. Let me show you this cover. There you go. That isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. Who'd have thought? And there's the tassel. So, Spring Blossom Junk Journal, start to done. We are almost done. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Have an amazing day, and thank you for being here. Bye.